Hey guys, this is Charlie from StogieReview.com, and today I'm coming to you from the CAO OSA Sol Tour at Devita Cigars in Annapolis, Maryland. I'm here with Rick Rodriguez, Master Blender for CAO. Rick, thanks for taking a few moments to speak with us today. Can you tell us first off a little bit about how the OSA Sol blend was born?
Okay, thank you for your time. The blend, the wrapper I found about 3 years ago. I was a blender for La Gloria at that time, and so I was going through the factory in Honduras, and I noticed this wrapper set aside, and I actually the guy that was in charge of that tobacco, can I use that tobacco, that wrapper? And he says, for sure. But at that time, I didn't think that that wrapper fit La Gloria, so I just kept it in my back of my mind. And so the opportunity for me to take over CAO came about 9 months ago, and right away I knew the wrapper that I wanted to use was this wrapper from Honduras.
Okay, great. So, you know, we're talking about the OSA Sol, and a lot of people who've smoked it, myself included, have thought, like you said, the wrapper is the real star of the cigar and was probably best expressed in the smallest size, the Lot 50, the Robusto. Do you have any plans to maybe release the OSA Sol in an even smaller ring gauge, you know, to really highlight the wrapper, maybe a Corona or like a limited edition Lancero or something like that?
Right now I'm talking to Ed, my partner in marketing, and yes, we are.
Ed McKenna.
I think, yeah, and I think we're going to launch that very soon. I think we're
Awesome.
going to do a Corona size, and so right now the combination of the tobacco, the wrapper, the one thing that I liked about the wrapper was the taste. The thing that I think was lacking for the wrapper was some sweetness. So that's the reason I used it to connect it broadly for the binder, because it added some sweetness to that wrapper.
Yeah, Jerry actually did a review for the OSA Sol about 2 weeks ago or so, and you know, he described the wrapper as really bright, maybe almost citrusy. I've smoked it a couple times. I got that brightness, but for me it was more of, I don't know, like a green apple kind of taste, and you know, I liked it quite a bit. So this next question comes to us from Jersey J in the Stogie Review fan forums. He wants to know, so previous CAO marketing, especially for La Traviata, was geared towards, you know, the blue collar cigar smoker, pickup trucks, motorcycles, that sort of thing. What's the marketing campaign for CAO going to look like going forward?
I think you know, I don't want to isolate anybody. As long as you smoke cigars, we love you. So my thing is, I want to blend a cigar that everybody can enjoy. It's not the point of making a full body cigar or a mild cigar or medium body cigar. I concentrate on flavor because of my training from Danielle to Ernesto to Benji is always about flavor. So hopefully when you smoke this cigar, you understand it's not about the body, more the flavor of the cigar.
Great. Okay, so you guys are doing quite a bit now for the OSA Sol, and you've got this OSA Nation promotion. Can you tell us a little bit about that and the trip that you guys are giving away?
Yeah. The OSA Nation is a group of guys that we're trying to put together because everybody wants to think they belong to a club, and we want to give these guys a place that they can call their own. So Ed and I got together, and what we want to do is take these guys to the factory and show the factory as far as where we roll these cigars in Nicaragua, and also the process that the tobacco goes through in Honduras, because this is keeping alive the way that CAO's always done business. Because if you look back over the years of CAO, they're always blending and rolling in Nicaragua, but they always cure the tobacco and age the tobacco in Honduras. So we want to bring those two factors together and get these guys the opportunity to see both locations of the blending, also the aging and the fermentation process that the tobacco goes through in Honduras.
So that sounds pretty great. So if someone's interested in getting involved with that, how do they enter? What do they do?
Come to an event, and we're passing out some flags, and every flag has a code on the back of the flag, and you simply put that code through the system. And matter of fact, we have a flag right here, and this is a flag that we're giving out to everybody. And if you can see that,
yep,
in the back you have a chance to win some gifts. as far as humidors, cigars, cutters, lighters, and also a grand prize trip to Honduras and Nicaragua. So all that you need to do is show up to an event near you, and hopefully you have the opportunity to win that prize with Ed and myself.
Fantastic. That sounds like a great time. So, we were talking about before, when General Cigar acquired CAO, you were brought in from Team La Gloria to, I guess, spearhead new product development. How has that transition been, both for you and for CAO?
That's a great question. Very scary at first, because we knew the guys that loved CAO in the past were going to judge us, and just they were worried that General Cigar, this huge company, was going to take over this small company and do it different. And my job is not to change any old blends. So I'm here to tell you guys that the old blends that you knew and love, we're not going to touch anything. My job is to simply create new blends for this company. So I'm here to say that understanding CAO, understanding the consumers of the CAO product, these guys are in love with that line, in love with this company, and we're here to stay in business, and we're not going to change anything. But getting back to the question, it was scary. It was very scary, because all of a sudden they came after Ed and I, and the questions for us was, what are you going to change? What are you going to do to my cigars? And we're not going to do anything to your cigars.
Great. I know there's a lot of guys will be glad to hear that. So obviously, other than the OSA Sol, which you're smoking right now, what's your personal favorite CAO cigar? Your other favorite?
I think right now Brazil is one of my favorites. Sopranos is another great cigar. If we can just lower that price point for these guys, I think that cigar would just take off for us. And I think La Chavieta is also a great cigar for CAO.
Yeah, I agree. So finally, what's next for CAO? Any extensions of current lines? Additional all new blends that you're working on, something like that?
It's hard for us to, like I said, to change anything. I know with every cigar company, you always look at your line of cigars, and you can always tweak them and help them out. But right now, we have no plans in the near future to change anything, add any new sizes and all that. But maybe in year 2013, we're going to look at it again. Year 2012, of course, I'm going to work on a blend. I think I'm going to honor Nashville, and also honor the Nicaraguan factory, and come up with a cigar maybe using a Nicaraguan wrapper.
Well, that sounds great. And again, Rick Rodriguez from CAO, thanks again for talking to us, and we'll see you around.
Thank you so much.